And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome you all to the Hello LLC. And if you don't know, we are in the Hello Plaza in Metaverse that you can join us from your cell phone, your iPad, your laptop, and your VR headsets. And if you want to jump in here right now and come and join us, we encourage you to come and join us because today we have an amazing grand opening in the Hello Plaza with Miss Cleo Michael. She's a proud mother of 3 wonderful children, and she has 16 years of experience in counselor substance abuse, and she's the owner of Set Yourself Free and co-founder of Empowered Support Group. And more importantly, guys, she's helping others achieve full potential, and we have had the pleasure of being with Miss Cleo for the last 8 months, and she is thriving, and she is building, and she is doing it all. No matter what it takes, she is showing up and pressing the buttons. And so without further ado, Miss Cleo Michaels, we are so excited to have your grand opening, ma'am. How has this transition been for you? And if you would share with us, a little bit more about yourself, ma'am.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you, David, for such a great introduction. This transition has been, it has been easy because I've had you guys to guide me along the way, and in just making that shift, right? And so today, this is the culmination of all of that. A little bit about me. Well, as you already said, I am an emotional health coach, and I also am co-founder of Empowered, which is a recovery support group for people who are in a medication-assisted treatment program. I work with women to help them achieve emotional freedom. And I'm originally from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Came over here, got my degree in psychology and sociology, and I worked in the field of substance abuse for some time. And then I decided, you know what, I still want to work with people, but in a different way. And this right here, this storefront allows me to do just that. So personally, I have dealt with a fear of failure and self-doubt. I've also been through unhealthy relationships. I have in workplace, personal relationships, experienced abuse. And one of the other bigger moments in my life was having a miscarriage. It was my first child. And that really, all of these things together really got me to a place of feeling emotionally stuck. While I was showing up in life and I was doing things, emotionally I was not free. And so I got to a point where I was tired and sick and tired of being emotionally exhausted and not having enough to give to myself or living within my purpose. And so I decided to do the work, and that included me being honest with myself about my grief, my past exploring my past abuse experiences, and taking the journey to heal from all of that. And once I was able to do that and be honest with myself, and then start putting application of things into place that can help me build myself back up, I was truly able to set myself free. And I said, you know what? There might be women that might be going through the same thing. I would love to help them set themselves free. So that was my personal journey, and I turned it into what Set Yourself Free is today.
I love it. So, what perspectives, do you bring as a Caribbean American woman to your coaching program? Talk to us about that, ma'am.
Well, a little bit of culture in terms of, there's a lot of strength and matriarchs in our culture, and how they instill in us how we view ourselves and how we are resilient. And I think having a grandmother and a mother who also went through their own personal struggles, but were able to overcome that and instill that in me, even though I didn't utilize it at times, but it was still there in the back. The background, of you're strong, you can do this, and you're resilient. And so that upbringing helped me to, when I finally found the footing to work on myself, to utilize that to help me, and now I get the opportunity to help empower other women and let them know, hey, you can do this. You are worthy. You don't have to be stuck. You can choose. You can make the choice to be unstuck. And this is the process that you can take to do so. This is the actionable steps that you can take that will actually get you there. The metaverse is awesome because in here, anyone can come in here at any time, and they can listen to my podcast. If you look on the wall, around here, there are picture frames, and each of them lead to something that I do with my coaching business. And so in here, you get the ability to listen to the podcast audio that have already been recorded, and as we plan to do, there will be live podcasts that people can actually come in and participate in while I'm doing it. And then this is also a safe space that I can now do individual coaching and group coaching, especially for my support group, Empowered. There may be people who may not want to meet in person, right? They may not want to get on camera on Zoom because they don't feel comfortable showing up on camera. Well, now I have the ability to reach those people and say, hey, come into this safe space. You can come out with your avatar. You don't have to be looking all cute and spiffy. You can just be who you are, and we can participate, and we can talk about your issues, and we can empower you in this space.
I love it. And, just to tap onto that, utilizing the metaverse for your business, and something that you said was huge. People don't have to worry about getting dressed up. They don't have to worry about showcasing themselves. They can literally come in here and, more importantly, get the transformation that they need and not have to worry about what they look like or how they show up. And, this environment, especially for your coaching, how do you see, the metaverse, especially now that, we're going to showcase your back room here in a little bit, is going to be able to take over Zoom?
Yeah, absolutely. I just think it's going to give a whole different atmosphere, because now you actually in a space, right? And the space is created to, once you guys get in there, you'll really understand what I'm saying. The environment is kind of like a calming environment. It's got the ambiance that, I would love to be in here, and I feel safe in here speaking, because it gives me, a version of the real world, but in a space where I can be at peace. So that definitely makes a difference for, in Zoom, you don't really have that. It's just, a picture of the people, and that's it. You're looking at that pretty boring backgrounds that they have on there. But here it's actually an environment, right? And that environment can evolve over time to meet the needs of the people that are in the space. So I definitely think when you talk about your emotional health, where you are, what your space looks like, makes a difference for your emotional health as well. So that will be a great asset.
I love it. And so, share with the people, a success story with your clients that you would like to share with people, so they can, learn how they can get that success story as well.
So I had a client who really had issues with loving herself and being able to receive love from her partner. She felt like she wasn't worthy of love. And so we met, and we started working on, taking a look at not her past traumas, not from the purpose of reliving them, but understanding how are they impacting her now, and how can she heal from them. And so we engaged in a couple of exercises that help her to express the emotions that she was feeling over the years that she never got to let go of. So we would sit down, she would express them. We would talk about them. She also did some self-care and some self-love exercises where she was able to start to identify things about herself that she liked. She kept a self-gratitude journal. And she did this for a month. And at first it was kind of like, I don't know about this, as it is with most people, right? Especially when you're getting to love yourself and know yourself at first, it's uncomfortable, right? And as time went on, she was like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. But every week when she came through, we would review her self-gratitude journal, and there was one more thing and one more thing she could add, and then her confidence grew. And as it grew, she was engaging in activities. We worked on her communication skills, how to communicate with her partner, and how to let those insecurities go and to focus on the things about herself that she sees in herself. So in other words, focusing on her strengths. So all of these things together, and then, getting back into dating and dating her partner and all that. We worked on all of that. And today she is so happy. Their relationship has improved tremendously because of the work she's done on herself. But she's happy. I saw her the other day. She was doing really good. And she was just like, thank you so much, because I didn't know how to love myself. But because of the work that I've done, not me, but the work that she's done, she was able to learn how to love herself again and get re-engaged in things that she enjoys. But yeah, to build a really huge community of women who are going to support each other, who can help each other grow, and whether that's through attending the groups that we will have in here, or even just coming in and listening to the live podcast and sharing on those topics where we can all share our stories, learn from each other, and then help each other grow. That's what I would love to be a part of, to be impactful in a meaningful way, utilizing the metaverse, where it's not only going to be, where I am currently in Jacksonville, but also around the world. Like, I have the ability to now reach people around the world. And to add to that, Empowered is currently being facilitated in South Africa right now. So we are working with a community there who has substance abuse issues, but they don't have the resources that we have in America to provide that support. So now I can bring that community that we started to work with into the metaverse, and more people can interact with them, and they can get more support from other people that they probably may not have interacted with, but share the similar experience and can share their successes with them and how to get there.
Let's take this party to Miss Cleo's back office room that she has that comes with her storefront. So let's all take a trip down this little portal right here. If we all come over here to this portal and you literally click on it and
so when you come into here, not only do you get an introduction to Set Yourself Free, as you hear me in the background talking about what we do, you get access to my apparel store. Right there, it tells you a little bit about that and how empowering it is. You also get access to the Set Yourself Free podcast that's right here. And you can also join into seeing the coaching services that I provide and the coaching packages that I provide, in addition to the free resources. The palm trees, the water, it's just a place that just speaks peace, right? And that's really what I'm about. I like the outdoors. I like the beachy look. So you get to bring some of the outside world inside, but it's still a space where you can, process your issues, and it's a calming experience. I don't know about y'all. Do y'all feel calm in there? And it's also a space where we can actually throw a party when one day if I wanted to, right? So it has a lot of potential for things that can be done in the future for sure. But definitely I feel comfortable in this space, and I think that any client or group activity that I do in here, the atmosphere just creates that sense of, yeah, I'd like to be in this space.
So with that being said, does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask Miss Cleo about her business, about her brand, anything in particular they like to ask? Now's the time.
I would like to ask something.
Yeah, so, go ahead, Miss Makita.
How do you go about setting up an appointment with you if you wanted to go into spatial? Would you have to talk to you and let you know that's where you want to go, or do you have a way to set that up so you would automatically know? How does that all work?
So yes, so for right now, if you wanted to, right now I can actually come in here. Once you book a consultation with me, I can actually set it to the consultation being taken place in here. You don't necessarily have to request that of me. It's just going to be how you like moving forward. That's where everything will be, is in this space. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And even more to expand on that more, in her Biz in a Box, people can go through there and book a complimentary consultation, and you can either pick the 2D way, which is the old school Zoom, or you can be able to pick, through the actual the 3D way in the metaverse, which is, this is definitely a different conversation, a different experience that we're all looking for. So we're going to be able to give clients, whichever one that they want to go through. And once again, you can join in through your cell phone, through your iPad, through your laptop, or your VR screen. And also, Miss Cleo is going to be able to share her screen just like she can in Zoom. Anything that she can do in Zoom, she can do in here and more.
That was a great question, Makita.
Yeah.
Yes, great question. And I wanted to say thank you.
I have a question. This is Roberta.
Go ahead, Miss Roberta.
Yes.
Hi. Yeah, so going back to your own experience, when in your life, I guess you had, troubles, and then you overcame them in some way. So what happened? What was the turning point? When did you feel like, I'm ready to go out and help others?
When did I feel I was ready to go? You know what? I had already had the business, and I wasn't doing anything with it. I was actually working in my full-time job, and like I said, I was more into making sure I earned a paycheck. And then on the job, which is one of the places that I experienced emotional abuse in the workplace, something that we don't talk about a lot, but it does happen. I had got to the point where enough was enough for me in the environment. And I felt like, you know what? I know my worth. Why am I here allowing someone to put me down, diminish me in the workplace just to get a paycheck, when I can do these very same things for myself and without the abuse, And I said, you know what, I'm done. And I told them, I said, you know what, I'm turning in my 2 weeks. And I left, and I said I was going to step out on faith, and I was going to let God lead the way for me, because I knew that if I continued to stay in that work environment, it was just not healthy for me. So I said, you know what, I'm going to remove myself from this. And I'm going to start a business that I already have, that I'm just not using, period. I'm not doing anything with it. I'm paying money, and paying for all the insurance on the business, all this stuff, and I'm not using it, and I'm sitting here being emotionally abused by someone else. Enough is enough. I'm done. So that was it for me.
Right. Well, that's good. Yeah. Sometimes I think it takes some real trauma to make us finally
Yeah.
changed. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it turns out to be a good thing, I think. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, it does. In fact, if it wasn't for them, I would not be where I am today. I would probably still be working, not have any, in a way, they kind of helped me. I'm thankful
Right.
to them in a sense, although we could have done without the emotional abuse, but but it's really what really put me on this path of really helping people in a way, and it's really influenced me in how I don't want to treat other people as well.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Set Yourself Free's legacy, it looks like me traveling, me helping people who really don't have the access to resources, to help them have emotional health, the access to like really doing service work in the community, even in my community, helping people get resources that they need, whether it's housing, whether it's learning how to write a resume and secure a job, whether it's overcoming their substance abuse issues, helping kids have, backpacks to go to school, or having something to eat in general. My hope is to really be like a humanitarian, someone who does a lot of service work. I would love for Set Yourself Free to be a part of the world that makes a difference, impactful difference.
Well, Cleo, one thing that I've always wanted to know is that, being a mother, all the things that you do, and running a business, what, message would you share with other women out there that are in the same situation as you? What advice would you give them for them to keep going as you have?
I would tell them that first and foremost, you got to figure out what you're saying to yourself, because our mindset, our self-talk has a lot to do with how we talk to us, what we're saying to ourselves, saying that I can't, maybe later, this is hard, I don't know how. That's number one. What are you saying to yourself? Number two, are you willing to ask for help? Because you can't change by yourself. You can't progress by yourself. You need support and help from people, because we don't know everything, right? Be able and be willing to lean on support and the advice of others. Be ready to take action consistently. That's for sure. And most importantly, you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of you, you ain't gonna have nothing, right? And you have to be proactive with managing crises. Once the crisis happens, it's too late to have coping skills for it. So, like, for example, I know I'm a mom, I am in school full time, I work full time, and I manage a business full time. I know that I have to make self-care a priority, and I have to keep the goals and the visions that I have for myself in the forefront of my mind. Don't lose sight of that, but I have to take care of myself, and I have to engage in things that I enjoy. So, I make a point of working, taking walks every day, doing some exercise, doing better at how I eat, making sure that I eat, even though I'm on the go all the time, I have to make time to eat. So I want to say that, yes, you absolutely can do this. You just have to have all these things in place and know how to manage your time, so that the things that are important to you do not get sacrificed in the process of you pursuing your goals and dreams.
Boom. Mic drop. So spot on. And so with that being said, Miss Cleo, any last words, anything else you want to share with the people, before we get out of here and you get to enjoy the amazing, storefront and your amazing back office that now people get to come and visit and have consultations with you?
I would love to say, hey, go to setyourselffree.io and click on that button to join into the metaverse so you can experience that space. Look out for the live podcast that will be coming soon. I'll be posting out about that. And I want to thank everyone that came out today to support, and everyone who is part of my support system. Ms. Roberta, I thank you so much. David and Tara, this could not have been possible without you guys' hard work. Kita, I wanted to thank you so much because all of this would not be possible without you cruising through the multiverse, meeting David and Tara, and motivating and encouraging me to have a conversation with them. And then along the way, you still motivated and encouraging me to keep going with the business on times when I wanted not to do it. This is all possible for me because of you being such an amazing friend and an amazing woman. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for giving me that guidance that has brought me to this point.
Well, that's very, very kind, but I really didn't have very much to do with it.
Well, that's something that we
did.
all
You
do
told
together. Yeah, exactly. We're all in this together, and that's the great thing about, we share with you guys all. We are all one conversation away. We are all one step away from encouraging somebody else to do something and pressing that button. And, yes, Makita said, hey, you need to go talk to Hello LLC. Yes, you made the appointment with us and we shared with you, all the things that we could do with you. But more importantly, Ms. Cleo, you've been showing up and pressing the button every single day and
He did the
build
work, right?
a community. Exactly, right? And then you've inspired so many other people to do so many other things as well, such as Nikita, building, Lucky Cup, and so many other people, coming together and really, just building off this positive energy. And that's what we share with everyone. Collaboration is the new currency, and the currency is the energy that we bring to the table. And so let's continue the vibration, the positive vibration, the great frequency, and continue to open up the most expensive things, the closed hand, the closed mouth, and the closed mindset. And when we open those things up, these are things that we can create, because now we have gotten to the state to where you think it, you can create it, and there's enough abundance for us all to win. So we're so excited to have your grand opening here in the Hello Plaza in Metaverse that you guys all haven't been able to experience. And those of you now are seeing that the future is already here. So other than that, Miss Cleo, we want you to use this and continue to share this, as well as Miss Roberta. She has her storefront in here as well. You guys can go check out her gallery and see the amazing work that Artworks of Art Pacino Artworks has to offer. And definitely, share this out, because this is what we share all the time. Supporting one another is key. And when we do that, the sky's the limit. So until next time, you guys know the drill. Love.
Welcome to Set Yourself Free Life Coaching. We guide women who are overwhelmed with being emotionally stuck to get unstuck, so they can reach new heights of their full potential. We believe that everyone has the power to create the life they desire, but sometimes we need a little help along the way. That's where we come in. We provide personalized coaching and support to help you overcome your obstacles and achieve your goals. Our coaching program is based on the principles of positive thinking and self-empowerment. We believe that by changing your mindset, you can change your life. We will teach you how to identify and challenge your negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones. We will also help you develop a strong sense of self-worth and confidence. Together, we will create a personalized plan to help you reach your goals. We will work with you on your specific challenges and provide you with the support and motivation you need to succeed. If you are ready to break free from the past and create the life you deserve, then contact us today. We would be honored to help you on your journey.